How do you eat a whale? One bite at a time. 11,700 square feet we're inspecting today, listed at over $10.5 million. This is definitely one of the larger residential inspections that we've done. I think the record we've got is 18,000 square foot. So not every day that you get to see how the 1% live, or the other side. Ironically enough, this is on pier and beam foundation, not slab on grade, which is pretty common. So we are in the Preston Hollow area of Dallas. We've got, believe it or not, 6 HVAC units, 2 mini splits that basically just do the garage. You can see all of the Generac generators, I think 5 or 6 of those. We've got 800 amp service feed going on for this home. Let me talk about that HVAC for just a second while you look at the beauty of this exterior. This is like a big E. The shape of the home, it's like a big E, but 6 HVAC units, and all of the air handlers are in the crawl space. So they're not in the attic, which is pretty customary, quite frankly, here in North Texas. So a little bit different. I know you people up north are very used to that, but what I was thinking is, what's the HVAC guy going to charge just to go in these 6 unique different crawl space access points? He has to go down there, crawl back to where the air handlers are, and change the filters. Now, they are the nice 4-inch thick filters in all of the units currently. If you put the 1-inch filter, you got to change it every 30 or 45 days, but I would charge like $400 or $500 just to change the filters in this thing. So you saw 2 sets of pool equipment. That one is not for the main pool. It's for this quote unquote pool, which is kind of like a little mini moat. No trolls underneath that bridge that I could see. No alligators or anything like that going on. But kind of a cool little walkway, cool little fountain area. It's got its own full pool equipment. When you walk through the front door, now we're going to talk about the interior. You already saw the exterior. I can't even count how many quote unquote living or lounge areas we've got. A little bit harder to identify when you're looking for deficiencies, which I know I haven't shown you really any deficiencies yet. Except for that clean out earlier. You may have seen me kicking the dirt where it looks like some sewage was backed up. But you've got like 3 living or lounge areas before you even get to the kitchen. And this area that we've just walked is like, it's close to like 2,800 to 3,000 square feet already. Our butler's pantry here is a 15 by 15 room. We got 225 square foot of a butler's pantry. We got a mud room. We've got a little mini stack for laundry. This is not the main laundry room, but it's kind of like, it's that flex mudroom type of area. Now check out this garage. So we've got 2 sub panels. We've got 2 more in the back, and we got 2 mini split systems. We cooled these down to 68. I want to say it was like 76 degrees. So we cooled it down to 68, and in no time, that place felt fantastic. I guarantee you could park, if you did it sideways, you could easily park 6 cars very, very easily in that area and have all the storage that you wanted. Nice 8-burner cooktop on this range. So here's the kitchen. Now at the very end, I'm going to show you how long this hallway or this walkway is, because you wouldn't believe the distance that you've got to walk. If you're leaving the front of the room or the front of the house, if you're leaving the kitchen, you're like, hey, I want to go to bed, go ahead and get your walking shoes and get your steps in, because you're definitely going to get them in this home. Here, after that lounge area or living area, we've got 2 bedrooms on the first floor. We have a smaller upstairs with 1 bedroom. But yeah, in a house like this, it's not like it's 7 or 8 bedrooms. No, I think we got 5, all in all, in 11,000 plus square feet. Just your standard bedroom, although it's anything but standard. It's pretty stinking good size. Of course, all the finishes are just high end, top end, all solid core doors, of course. Then we've got this random northwest corner room with a bassinet in the corner. I don't know what to even call this. I don't know what you do with it. And then a huge bathroom. This is kind of like an ensuite, kind of like a mother-in-law suite, you might call it. Huge, huge walk-in shower. I want to say the square footage of the showers in this thing were like, well over 100, 10 by 10 at least. All right, so now we're at the corner of the E, and we're going to walk down towards where the master bedroom is, and we've got these lounge areas. I don't know what else to call them, and I really don't know what you do here. You just sit and look at each other and maybe count your money or your investments, I guess. So the master bedroom here, beautiful on looking the pool you saw, and beautiful big sliding glass 3-pane or 3-panel sliding glass doors. Here's the shower area, and of course water's going to hit you from every direction except from up. So you got the rain head shower, got a steamer going on in here. I think that other shower was actually bigger than the main master, but here it is. And of course you've got the ginormous closet. I didn't show you the his. This is the hers. I'm going to assume, yeah, this is hers. I wouldn't even have enough stuff to fill that thing. And then this random back room off of the master closet. I don't know what to call it. There's the back end of those lounge areas that I showed you earlier. Let's check out the upstairs. Now, there's something about the upstairs I really do not like. It's a really poor design, in my opinion. So this is this big, like, wet bar area, this big, like, hangout spot, and then there's a bedroom back here with, of course, a bathroom. And then you've got this 4-panel sliding glass door. Who knows how expensive that is? But what I don't like is when you walk out into this balcony and you can oversee the pool, you gotta stand just right, because if you look sideways, you're really not going to get that great of a view. These slats, these wooden slats are, I don't know. I just don't like the design. They're not really spindles. They're not really balusters. You could have a nice little, like, railing and then open up the top part, but they didn't. So whatever. Spray foam encapsulated attic, of course. You're going to see that in all of these high-end homes. The attic space is what it is. Those filters do not match the units. I don't know why they're there. And checking in on our ducks, they're still there, hanging out. Up on the roof, got a little stair-step crack going on here. Not too uncommon here in North Texas, pretty normal. And a beautiful slate roof. Didn't show you other parts where we've got some pretty good cracks and some tiles that need to be replaced. That's pretty common on a roof this size. There's just so much foot traffic installing it. A couple of areas of the gutters that are still holding water. It's been a couple of days and that should be gone. And then we're up on the garage flat roof. Now, contrary to popular belief, a flat roof is not flat. It should be ever so slightly pitched a certain direction. In this case, they're pitched towards these downspouts, and you can see where the water didn't quite make it. Now, hopefully that will evaporate here in this Texas sun and humidity, but it hasn't yet. And like I said, it's been a couple of days. Here's overlooking that front entry area, and let's go ahead and take a walk down this little parapet wall. You can look down if you want. Don't be scared. And check out a little bit more of this slate tile roof before I show you just the distance on this big E from one corner to the other corner of the house. Here we go. At the edge of the countertop, we are measuring over 150 feet to the back wall. 150 feet. Now I get on the other side of the edge of that island and I scan that door through the butler's pantry, and it's actually 32. It's not 47, it's 32. So now we've got what? Over 180 feet. And if I get in the mudroom or this little mini laundry area, I got 13 more feet. Now I'm over 190. And then lastly, from this edge to the edge of the garage, 37 feet, man.